If you're new to Escape from Tarkov and really just want to know the absolute necessities that will make you a formidable opponent, as well as increase your survivability in raids, then this video is for you.
Player 2 has entered the game.
Alright Bambi, so I know that Escape from Tarkov can be quite daunting at first, especially coming into the Tarkey scene so late. You know how I know? Because I'm a new player myself. I've been playing Tarkov for about 2 weeks now, and by the beard of Zeus, this game is pretty overwhelming. Especially when I know that many EFT players have been pee-pee slapping noobs for years now. That's why I don't want to follow suit with the rest of YouTube making super long EFT beginner guides. All that does is remove your focus from the most important endeavor in Tarkov, successfully completing raids. Stash management, skill progression, traders, quest, your hideout. All these things need to be understood, but they're all meta and can be learned over time. So we are going to focus on the most important tactics you need to learn right off the bat so that you can not only survive but thrive in raids. Because if you can't do that, all the other stuff is completely irrelevant. Because you will 100% quit Tarkov if you can't hack it. I'd also recommend popping by some of our live streams to ask questions and learn and grow together. It's kind of nice to hang out with other players who also are not top tier, maxed out, high level loadout, fastest guns in the West, professionals. Link for that's going to be in the description below. So the first is arguably the most important and overlooked by new players, and that is ammo is everything. The gun you're using isn't near as important as what you actually load into it. Use guns you feel comfortable firing, but the actual damage you deal and armor penetration depends on the type of ammo you load into your clip. If you get into a firefight using low pin, low damage ammo, you'll be looking like this. Basically firing at enemies with a pea shooter, right? Unfortunately, EFT does not blatantly show you the math behind all the factors that make some rounds more effective than others. But luckily, there's a guide online that is pretty much common knowledge to most of the Tarkov community at this point. It examines all the different ammo types and breaks down in a chart which do the most damage and penetration. The link for that chart is going to be in the description below as well. Now, the best ammo that you can obtain for each ammo type that is going to penetrate the highest levels of armor isn't going to be readily available for a low level like yourself. So you can reference the chart we previously discussed to get the best that you can buy or find for now. But the honest truth is that until you hit level 20, you really aren't going to be able to break through the high level armor. So with geared up players, this leaves you with aiming for the face and the legs as the most viable options for taking down a PMC. When possible, you should always go for the face, but going for the legs or any extremity really just got a pretty solid update that helps us low penetration ammo cats out. On September 8th, Battlestate Games tweeted this: "We've changed the damage distribution mechanics when shooting destroyed or blacked out limbs for PMCs, player scavs, and AI bots. Now when a blacked out limb gets shot at, the damage will be distributed across all non-destroyed limbs. Before this, the blacked out parts also counted for distribution, which mitigated some of the overall damage. This will eliminate situations where a seriously wounded character would not die after hits in the blacked out area." Okay, so next up is actually a mistake that many of us are making, and I still struggle with this, and that's fear of movement. Almost all new players have a fear of making sound, and when you move quickly, you do tend to make a substantial amount of noise for other players to hear. While this is something you should always be cognizant of, slowly and fearfully moving through raids is a tactical error. A stagnant target is just easier to hit. Now, no doubt, you have to take your time, check corners, and keep your eyes everywhere, but I notice that the more aggressive I play, the more often I keep the element of surprise on my side. Every time I slow up, or let my raid death anxiety get the best of me, I end up getting killed or really not doing anything productive during the raid because I got beaten to all the loot spots. The quicker you can get in and get out of a loot location, the less likely you are to come across an OG that's going to one-tap you anyway. So just keep it moving. Get over your fear of movement ASAP. Those who continually play Tarkov don't have it. The next one should be pretty obvious, but you do need to learn the map before even starting a raid. Pull up any of the Tarkov maps on Google. You really don't even need a link for this one. Just Google the map you're on and there will be tons of copies. Pull it up on your phone or your secondary PC and head into offline mode. I don't personally put on bots at this point. I just kind of run around and learn all the major spots and extraction points on the map so that I can get a good visual of the map and what it looks like. Now that you know whatever map you're playing on, and if you are in fact new, you're probably playing on customs, you need to learn the loot runs, paths that you should take to get the most out of the raid. And early on, it's best to just go for low risk loot. With a simple YouTube search, you can find tons of low risk loot runs for virtually any of the maps. But what I found works the best if you want to stay as low risk and good reward as possible, go for stashes. Figure out your extraction point at the beginning of the raid and hit each stash that you can come across while heading in the right direction. If needed, utilize an online map while heading to your extract to discover all the stash locations as you go. So the learning curve for Escape from Tarkov is steep at best, leaving many players exhausted or just plain giving up. Trust me, I'm with you. I just began streaming and playing this game, and thankfully I have experienced Tarkov viewers that give me tips and encouragement as I play. And it really got me thinking though, some of you don't have that. Anxiety and frustration are pretty viral throughout new players this game. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. Have fun, take breaks for however long you need, and figure out better ways to play. If you ever have a bad day in Tarkov, seriously, just come by our stream, and you can literally slap, punch me, or flip me off, all located in my channel points. It legit will cheer you up. Or hop in our Discord. Years of experience in Tarkov is scattered through our members. Links are in the description below. After that, I've got another Tarkov video coming up for you right now.